People say the best player on the planet.
In a week time as they kick off. DANIPITBULL kicking from left to right. PHZIN from right to left in the Ajax strip.
Both games that we're seeing right now on our featured stations, an Italian against a South American.
Yep.
And both, all four, need to win for such different reasons. DANIPITBULL getting us underway through Andre Pirlo, trying to link up on the edge of the box. Whoever wins this game probably tops your group.
Yep, exactly.
On the other side of the stage, Virgil and Matthias Bonanno, 2 players on 3 points, need to win.
I would go as far to say, I think the loser's out.
Yeah, I agree with you. PHZIN dicked into the back post. Henry with the header down to Mbappe. We've seen a lot of action today, and from here on out, we will try and keep on the pulse, on the permutations, what goals do. You saw that as it stands table, constantly updated throughout the round 4 of Groups A and B. We will do the same for you in Groups C and D. Juventus, Italian giant. Ajax, one of the best clubs to ever compete in the Eredivisie. We will wait and see what has got to give. In this particular matchup, PHZIN, he left Mbappe at the back post there, did DANIPITBULL. Henry on the finesse, that one's spiralling up in the air, and Drogba always going to be the favourite.
So going to space him behind here.
It's Shule getting back, he's got no pace whatsoever. Forcing the save, DANIPITBULL at the near post from Donnarumma.
Yep, defensive attack in an instant. And here we go, DANIPITBULL with a corner. Looking onto Drogba.
Just not aimed correctly.
Yep, wrong side of the post, hits the side at netting.
I think the one thing that I want to bring people's attention to at home watching this match right now, and you can elaborate it on it as well. In this particular game with these 2 particular players, the pace in which they, in the final third, attack. Yep. DANIPITBULL, you see pass, 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 and they're driven past quickly into the attacking players. PHZIN, if he's got a chance to go forward, he's going to go forward. Yeah,
agreed. And I think for people at home that are watching it, if you look at certain sequences in the attack, it looks relatively basic in the sense that they're just playing passes, they're just dribbling, but it's making the right choices at the right moments of time and also anticipating what your opponent is going to do defensively. It's incredibly difficult to do at this high level.
Well, with both of these 2 players on 6 points, both being unbeaten so far, I want to open up to the chat at home. Who is going to win this game? You've seen 13 minutes so far. I've gave you enough time to have a little look at both players and see what you like. I've got the chat open as well. Let me know who you think is going to win this game as DANIPITBULL gets in towards the byline, dinked into the box, and an easy defensive clearance there for PHZIN.
One thing I love about the way PHZIN attacks is just that both fullbacks triggered up. They contribute a lot offensively as well as defensively. They have to get back into position extremely quickly with the way he builds up, but it just leads to just a lot of chances, and that's why I just love watching PHZIN. We saw him in the FC Pro Open, winning that, of course, that huge last-minute goal against Anders.
Few people getting their saying. Miller's saying it's going to be PHZIN. Humza, PHZIN all day. Drogba out wide, beautiful play back into the box, but company's in the way. Gives me a chance to read a few more names out. Lord Pascal, PHZIN, you can tell by the pressing and the team he is making, he has got Danny choking already. That's a harsh prediction, but I like it. Let us know plenty more at home as well. Don't take your eyes off this one, because it could burst into life at any given moment. Cruz with that lovely switch of play, just opening up the pitch from right to left and letting DANIPITBULL have another potential lane to attack in. Gavardio, not the fullback that you want in those areas.
Yeah, not nimble at all in possession, but I think for a lot of players, he's probably the most solid pick defensively. If you're having your right back going forward, you sort of want your left back in a 4-3-2-1.
He's the best available.
Yeah, at your disposal, yes. In this competition, obviously, you have to have somebody that can defend in a 4-3-2-1 as one of your fullbacks, the other one going forward. But for me, PHZIN on the attack with Joao Cancelo. Can't find a pass into Mbappe in the box.
I've been pretty surprised by company. I think he's done all right.
Yep.
I asked Gravison this question and I got shut down very quickly. I'm going to ask you as well, Ryan.
Yep.
Defensively, there's not a whole amount of options. Is there ever a conversation of you can pull one of those icon centre-backs in? and get rid of a midfielder on attacker.
I think you need the midfielder because the options you have at your disposal, they don't really have a lot of play styles. Yes, you've got Toni Kroos with long ball pass plus, but the passing play styles are so important. I think you kind of need a Pirlo, a Xabi Alonso, a Xavi.
Just for that, Andrea Pirlo, one of those attacking players. It's left-footed, it's green-timed, and it hits the top right corner. You talk about the play style, killer dink into the air.
Yep.
But everything was planned.
Exactly, and there's the knockdown there with Group D. 9 points from a possible 9. Isa Power on 6. DANIPITBULL on 6 as well, and a Mark LDW up against Georgia Winnis. Oh, sorry, and Georgia Win, but sitting at places 4 and 5 in Group D. It's not looking good for them.
Certainly not. Cancelo linking into Mbappe. Could be a chance here for DANIPITBULL to reply straight away. Good work down the right-hand side. You can see Pirlo just on the edge of the box there. Does attack the byline. Now brings those midfielders into it. Luka Modric into Drogba. Chance. Good block. Rebounds back to Drogba. DANIPITBULL with another lane. And company once again standing in. Toni Kroos just too strong.
Just look how compact he is. It's unbelievable. It looks as if there's no spaces to break him down, yet when he goes forward, he's got 7 or 8 bodies contributing to the attack. It's a fast-paced way PHZIN and Ajax build up.
I've seen a lot of people in the Twitch chat talking about the mystery Easter egg, the league.
Yeah, should we give a hint?
I want to see what people think it is first. Because I've seen some outrageous shouts, some correct as well. There is some people in that Twitch chat that are correct. And they've probably got their rewards already. So, 1981. What is the Mystery League? Still 0-0 in the other matchup between Virgil and Matías Bonanno.
Massive game.
Nothing to separate those two as of yet. I'm really impressed when I watched Virgil at the Serie A.
Yep. Oh, it's a rash bit of defending there. Could have been played over the top there from PHZIN.
Modric into Drogba. Good chance, green timed.
Played the ball over the top there when DANIPITBULL stepped out with his left centre-back. He left a bit of space in behind. Defence started to form again, and it's...
What chance when you're playing Division Rivals, even when you're playing in a lower level of opposition, you can get away with it.
Yeah, not in this.
PHZIN's not letting you get away with anything.
Not at all.
DANIPITBULL comes forward 5 minutes before half-time. Drogba into the byline. Gvardiol once again, and now Didier Drogba inside the box. Nice little bit of left stick dribbling. He's attacked a lot on Gvardiol's side.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him try this near side. I mean, Mbappe's barely had a sniff as well.
The power of Drogba.
The two icons linking up, Pirlo and Drogba, and now you can just see Toni Kroos brought into the picture. That's what he possesses, that beautiful arching over the top through ball. Mbappe, beautiful on green timed. Bounces out for a corner.
Goal kick.
I thought it was a corner.
On linesman duty again today.
You are. Where was that?
I think it was in the French league.
That was in the E-League. Player lock from DANIPITBULL into R9 now. He's really, really solid defensively, PHZIN. I think something that doesn't often get talked about is defensive play, but he doesn't really give away chances. And he's so confident in himself right now that he backs himself in every situation.
It's everything. Just look at the way he's anticipating, trying to cut the lanes with Gvardiol. Moving plays into the right possession. Here we go.
That's a goal.
That's what I was about to say. If he gets a goal here, it's a perfect half in the sense that you haven't played to your level. PHZIN has been pretty much all over you, but you managed to get a goal just before
matchup. DANIPITBULL and PHZIN. This was what you might have missed. You might have heard it from the corner of the room because DANIPITBULL is now 2-2 in this matchup. 60 minutes on the clock. And we're going to be joining it live right now. DANIPITBULL, he scored just before half-time through Didier Drogba, and now he's found himself back in this matchup. we've got Ryan's opinion on PHZIN as a player, as a former player, as a current player who's in there, probably getting a few reps against him. What is he doing differently compared to everyone else right now?
I think it's his timing, to be honest, and his intricate stuff that he does, like the way he moves the ball, the way he passes it. He's honestly the best player in the world right now, without a doubt, and I wouldn't be surprised if he went on to win the whole thing.
He's on an attack here through Andre Pirlo, just switching that play out wide. Cancelo getting a little bit of space. You see Drogba at the back post lurking with intent. If that ball is tossed up to Drogba, there's only one winner, and there it is. Nods it down, Cancelo in the way. It's going to fall back into PHZIN's hands. He has another crack at breaking DANIPITBULL's defence and spirit after getting back into the game, Ryan.
Sorry, I think it's another goal here from Matthias. We're seeing a highlight. The keeper's come out, completely missed it. Red time.
Is that what you were looking at?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Red time finish, the smile on the face of Matthias.
What you might have seen is PHZIN's 3-2 up.
Yep. Goals everywhere. Goals everywhere.
2 up in this matchup. Thank you very much. 65 minutes on the clock. It was a nice touch around the key. Shall I team press now? Should we go now? Should we go now? Is that something that you like, sort of having that open conversation? You're probably one of the more vocal players here as well. When the game, you're not finding your way in it, everyone knows about it. Chance here, Drogba on the edge of the box for DANIPITBULL. That's unbelievable.
Offside.
Yeah, so like I definitely feel that when I play, I always play my best when I have a coach, because they see things that I don't see. Like in the game against Andone, although I lost, we noticed that every time when I went down the left-hand side, I was getting more attacks away, and he was the one that spotted it, so he told me, and then from there we recovered the game from 3-1 down. Unfortunately we lost, but it was definitely something that I wouldn't have seen without my coach.
Yeah. Going into that last game, obviously you know that it's still in your hands, and even if you're in a drawing position, if the other result falls your way, it advances you to the knockout stage. Will there be some part of you just sort of keeping an eye on, or is it so easy to fall into that trap, or would you try your best just to focus on your game?
It's difficult to focus, to be fair, because depending on the scores, it's going to depend on if I need to go forward.
Yeah, exactly.
It was the same at eCHAMPIONS when in the group stages when me and Mark were playing Aston Villa, and out of nowhere we hear that it was Nottingham Forest had conceded, so we knew that we just had to keep the leads and we were through. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye out. I think my coach will be telling me, wow.
He makes it look so smooth as well. There'll be people at home who do the player look. Back into the tie, 4-3.
3 goals for DANIPITBULL, three voice cracks for Richard Buxley. 75 minutes in, a quick response from kickoff though. Pirlo just about finds him, and of course a shot across goal. Didn't give PHZIN enough time to... There's one player in this tournament, Jaden, that doesn't have Didier Drogba in their team. It's in your group, haven't you?
It was Andreas.
Yeah, Andreas, in your group. What's your thought process on that? Because I would personally say, I think Drogba, even if you don't, your playstyle isn't solely based around crossing. It's good just to have him in there, just to give your opponent something to think about.
Yeah, so I actually spoke to him after we played, and he was like, Drogba's way too stiff for him. And like when he's a player that likes to play in the box and move about and do step overs, and he said that he just can't use him. But to be honest, I think it was a bit of a silly move from him, because at the end of the day, he's the way you get goals. Like you've seen corners, you've seen all these balls in the air. Sometimes if you're struggling to do it in the ground, then it's just that way to go.
Was there ever a thought about, with the centre-back pool being quite poor, bringing in an icon centre-half?
Oh, 100%.
Thank you. I've been saying that for the last 3 hours and everyone's laughed at me.
Maybe if there were 4 icons, 3, I don't know.
I mean, if you saw Tex was using Marino at right back, because he had the aerial plus, and he was actually quite fast considering he only had 78 pace, but...
Could be a chance here for DANIPITBULL to get 4-4. And what? Anything about Ruud Gullit considered?
Is anyone using him?
No.
Really? Yeah. I think it's because his 94 is so much better than his 91. I think it's all about the playstyle pluses with Modric and Pirlo.
It's going to bounce nicely. Ramirez. Good leap.
But Jesus is using Rio Ferdinand.
And look at Jesus.
There you go. Yeah.
Top of the table. Edge of the box for Pirlo. He's in a lot of the teams. So is this man, Didier Drogba. Twisting, turning. Not so stiff at the minute. Henry finds the back of the net as PHZIN fires himself back in front, and that could be the final nail in the coffin.
That's why you have Thierry Henry in the team, just a finesse shot plus play style. from deep. We saw it with Tax earlier on. You can see just playing for it. Green times it as well. Goalkeeper movement not to be seen. Nowhere near it. And PHZIN.
Like now, as DANIPITBULL with a green time strike looks to make it a nervy last couple of minutes for PHZIN. However, I don't think it's going to be going his way for the Italian. 6 points still. Going to go through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just not going to go first. And that is massive as well, because if you finish first, you're straight into the round of 16. You don't have to play that really tight qualifying match. And now we started seeing how these groups lie up. You could be playing a qualifying match against Neat.
Yeah.
You could be playing a qualifying match against Levy yourself. Like, that first round is really, really tough. Finishing first will give you a huge benefit in going far in this tournament.
But also, it's not nice going into a game when someone's already played and they've already won.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're in a good mood already, so it's going to be very tough for either the winner of the group.
PHZIN unbeaten still here in the eCHAMPIONS League groups. 9 points from 9 for the Brazilian. That's a great show of respect, as always, between these two unbelievable players. Wasn't meant to be for DANIPITBULL.